Hello, here's the news at this hour on Tstv. I am Mobola Badekale. Here are some major headlines. Buhari directs increase in N-Power school feedings beneficiaries. University of Ibadan Council approves EKANOLA'S appointment as acting VC. Trump's COVID-19 advisor Scott Atlas resigns, and in the world of sports, Furious Fury taunts Anthony Joshua. And now, the news in details. President Muhammadu Buhari has boosted his administration's efforts to lift 100 million Nigerians out of poverty in the next 10 years. The president directed an increase in the number of beneficiaries for the National Social Investment Programs. He also directed the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development to increase the number of N-Power beneficiaries from 500,000 to 1 million. President Buhari further directed an increase in the number of beneficiaries of the Government Enterprise and Empowerment Program (GEEP) by 1 million and increases the beneficiaries of homegrown school feeding by 5 million. However, Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Sadiya Farouk, broke the news on Monday during a ministerial media briefing to give account of a ministry in the last 1 year in Abuja. The minister added that about 3.7 million households comprising of more than 15.5 million individuals have been captured on the National Social Register. The World Health Organization (WHO) has raised the alarm that new HIV infections and AIDS-related deaths were not reducing fast enough to meet the Sustainable Development Goal targeted of ending AIDS epidemics by 2030. In its message to mark this year's World AIDS Day, WHO Regional Director for Africa, Dr. Mashidiso Moeti, disclosed that children living with HIV are not being adequately identified for HIV treatment, adding that girls and women aged 15 to 24 years account for 37% of all new HIV infections. Stigma and discrimination, especially against key populations, continue to carry or create barriers to service access. Speaking on this year's theme, she said the COVID-19 pandemic revealed the need for the world to come together with determined leadership from government and community to sustain and expand access to essential services, including HIV prevention, testing, treatment, and care. She, however, commended government, partners, and communities who have contributed to the progress of HIV in the region and came up with innovative ways to keep services going during the COVID-19 pandemic. Moeti urged communities, especially people living with HIV, to be proactive in their self-care and in understanding how to prevent the spread of the infections. The Governing Council of University of Ibadan has approved the appointment of Professor Adebola EKANOLA as the acting Vice-Chancellor, University of Ibadan, at its meeting on Monday, 30th November 2020, on the recommendation of the Senate. The council meeting was presided over by the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council, Joshua Waklek Mukhtar. Before his appointment, Professor EKANOLA served as the Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic, Director of Office of International Programs (OIP) and Dean, Faculty of Arts, among other appointments. Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State has said his government will fight hunger in the state to reduce anger that is bottled up in the people. Makinde stated this as he flagged off the 2020 Press Week of the Nigeria Union of Journalists, Oyo State Council, and was also installed as the Grand Patron of the Council, responding to the call by NUJ to the rising number of Okada riders and the need for the government to regulate caution the excesses. Makinde said his government will not condone any misconduct from any group of people, either Okada riders or not. He, however, added that the government needs to be sure the issues of anger which pushed these individuals to Okada riding is decisively addressed first. The news on Tstv will be back right after this. Welcome back, and after some foreign stories, President Donald Trump's controversial coronavirus advisor resigned on Monday while hopes for a first wave of vaccination before the end of 2020 received a further boost with an announcement from United States firm Moderna. Scott Atlas, a favored coronavirus advisor of the United States president, has submitted his resignation effective as of December 1st, 2020. Atlas stepped down as hopes rose for a first wave of vaccination before the end of the year after Moderna said it was filing for emergency authorization of its vaccine in the United States and Europe. After top United States scientists warned Americans to brace for a surge superimposed on the surge, Moderna reported full results had confirmed a high efficiency estimated at 94.1%, adding that it was set to join American pharmaceutical maker Pfizer and Germany's BioNTech, which applied for similar approvals last week and has predicted the vaccine could be greenlit in the United States shortly after December 10th. Islamist militant fighters linked to Al-Qaeda have fired rockets at 3 military bases in northern Mali in what is a coordinated attack on foreign forces. French military bases in Kidal, Menaka, and Gao were hit, although no deaths or injuries were reported by officials, while a spokesman said United Nations base in Kidal was damaged. Earlier this month, it was reported that French forces killed BUHARI, a military leader of Mali's most prominent group known as JNIM. Meanwhile, despite international efforts of the jihadist, violence has steadily spread from Mali across the region. And finally, to the exciting world of sport, Tyson Fury has looked into further rival Anthony Joshua by claiming his fellow Brit would make the easiest opponent of all boxers who have called him out. Fury remains desperate to meet Anthony Joshua in the ring and bring the world of boxing the showdown it craved more than all others. Both men have repeatedly talked up the encounter, which is tipped to become the showpiece boxing event of 2021. Joshua is set to be in line to defend his WBA, IBF, and WBO belts against Kurat Velev on December 12th. Victory over the big Bulgarian would ensure Joshua remains on course to meet Fury and take on the glamorous showdown fight at the pinnacle of the sports. Northern Premier League side Marin will play Jose Mourinho's Premier League side Tottenham in the third round of FA Cup. Marin urges second 8th-tier side to reach the third round. National League North side Chorley will host Wayne Rooney's derby, while holders Arsenal host Newcastle and Liverpool head to Aston Villa in a repeat of the 2015 semi-final. The ties will be played over the weekend of 8th to 11th of January 2021. Meanwhile, Stockport of the National League have been handed a home advantage in their tie against West Ham, while Manchester United are at home to Championship side Watford. And with that, we've come to the end of the news. Here is a recap of the major headlines. Buhari directs increase in N-Power school feeding beneficiaries. University of Ibadan Council approves EKANOLA'S appointment as acting VC. Trump's COVID-19 advisor Scott Atlas resigns, and in the world of sports, you heard Furious Fury taunts Anthony Joshua. Please do not forget to always adhere to COVID-19 safety measures. The news was compiled by Hope Chijioke. I am Mobola Badekale. Good day, and thank you for watching.